Hello everybody and welcome back to another Friday Facebook Live. Once again, I'm Dr. Alan Van Scoyk and I'm joined with Dr. Botros, and we're here in the Glendale portion of the chiropractic company. Today we have an interesting topic, and I get asked this question a lot. All of the doctors here in the chiropractic company take care of a lot of athletes, and all of us also are really encouraged by people wanting to exercise more. There have been a lot of people who have not been doing a lot of exercise during stay-at-homes, and so now they're wanting to get out and be more active. So we've been getting this question in the office a lot, so we wanted to address it in a video. And that question is, should I exercise before or after an adjustment? This is a tough one. Dr. Botros, what do you think?
So I think it's really going to depend on a few factors, primarily what your goal is, okay? So we're gonna be talking about what some of these goals are that you may have as an athlete, and why you should either exercise before or after, okay? So let's say you generally feel quite stiff, okay? And you feel very tight, your range of motion is not so good. So in that situation, if you wanna work on your flexibility, you wanna work on being able to get out of that tightness and maybe that discomfort and pain, we would generally recommend, if you can do some kind of more elongating exercise, such as yoga or stretching or something along those lines before your adjustment, that'd actually be fantastic. Especially if historically you've been really rough to get adjusted, where things are really stuck and kind of glued together there.
Many of us have been through experience where it's just so tight and very difficult to move those bones around. So if we're having a lot of issues in those circumstances, and exercise is something you want to do, like Dr. Botros said, some yoga, some stretching, some elongating of those tissues will help to relax the muscles prior to getting it adjusted. It'll help to warm it up and make it a lot easier to move those bones. So for those patients who have maybe some chronic issues or some things that have been going on for a long time, exercising before might be the best option for you. However, it's not everyone's goal. Some people's goal is to get more out of their performance. Some people's goal is to train their body for excellence. And so for these patients who are wanting to get the most out of their workouts, we recommend getting adjusted prior to working out. When you get adjusted prior to working out, your body is now put into its ideal position. Those bones are as close to the right place as they can be. The muscles are now in a position where they're either relaxed or at the right length. So when you do exercise, you're able to get full range of motion through your exercises. You're able to go heavier, harder, with those parts of your body able to withstand increased load. If those joints are malpositioned, if those bones are not where they're supposed to be, and you put a lot of load onto those segments, you're asking for getting into trouble. There's more likelihood of injury under those circumstances. So if you're looking to get the most out of your workouts, you're looking to get the most out of your athletic performance, you want to get adjusted prior to going out and working out. Now let's say you were an athlete and you wanted to perform the best in your game. What do you think would be the best time to get adjusted? Would you want to get adjusted prior to the game? Would you want to get adjusted during the game? Or would you want to get adjusted after the game?
I tend to prefer to do it before the game. That way, like Dr. Van Scoyk so elegantly said, everything is where it needs to be. Things are nice and loose. Things are stacked the way that they should be. You have all that nerve interference that initially was there is now, being calmed down. And then you can go on the field or in the gym or in the court and be able to do what you got to do, and your body can actually handle it at its top performance here.
Absolutely. You want to get the most out of your body. You want it to be in its optimum position prior to getting on the field. You want those nerves firing, muscles firing, everything working as well as it can so that you can compete at your highest level. You want that extra inch. You want that extra yard. You want to gain that competitive advantage. And that's when we get our patients adjusted right before they get on the field. Now, there is another circumstances, like we said, where it's appropriate to get adjusted right after you get on the field. And that's, of course, if you have an injury. We want to make sure that those injuries are managed and treated as quickly as possible. So for our athletes who need that recovery time before they play again, if they have another game later on that day or in a week or, later on, through the rest of the week, you want to get adjusted as quickly as you can prior to. because the faster that you get adjusted after an injury, the higher the likelihood it will recover. The higher the likelihood it'll recover quickly, and the higher the likelihood it'll recover to its full extent. So once again, a lot of my athletes and a lot of Dr. Botros athletes will get adjusted prior to the game to work at their top, and if they get injured, they'll unfortunately have to get adjusted after the game as well. So that's our segment for the day. Once again, we really enjoy doing these little opportunities to teach you guys and to answer your questions. If you have more questions for us, let us know. Talk to us in the office. Come on in. When you're getting adjusted, say, hey, Doc, I really like your segment. How about you answer this question for me? And we'll be happy to do so. Once again, we're at the Glendale office, 5306 North Port Washington Road in Glendale, Wisconsin. And the phone number here is 414-332-0859. If you want to talk to us, make an appointment, or just ask our question for us that we can answer in our next video. So until next Friday, hopefully you guys take care of yourself, are happy and healthy, and we'll see you next week.